maybe, just maybe, you're fat. How to lose weight and become a skinny legend? Well, first, you need to control that diet of yours. Now, in saying that, personally, I've tried diets in the past and I never stick to them. They stress me out too much. This video is about those lovely, lovely dopamine highs that we get from our beloved comfort food. Now, being a young person in the 21st century, I have had my own share of body issues, body insecurities, body image issues, wanting to change the way that my body looks. And I will say this, food is a very tricky topic. I'm not in any way a dietitian. I don't really know that much about food, but just in my personal experience and from what I can understand from other people and especially girls, food is a very sensitive topic. So I'm not gonna say that I know everything about food. I'm just gonna say my little opinion about something that I've also struggled with as well, which is giving in to really nice but shitty food. Juicy, hot, sweet, crunchy food, which I like to call it comfort food, which it is. Those things are comfort food to me. Nutella, especially Nutella. I'm the biggest chocolate lover fan ever, and this video is in no way a diss to food in general or a diss to the people watching it. I just want to say that I feel like media lately and in general is very adamant about justifying like certain behavior, especially when it comes to food, and I just think that it comes to a point where justifying that type of behavior actually becomes unhealthy, and when you are unhealthy, are then not able to live the potential life that you can live. And there are categories, like actually scientifically proven weights that are unhealthy, and then there are weights that are average, and then there's weights that are not so healthy on the other end, like this, the ends of the spectrum, not so healthy, and then as you come more to the middle, it like becomes more and more healthy. I'm talking about justifying constantly, or like kind of the false misrepresentation of like maybe what those posts mean. Like, okay, yes, have your favorite dessert, have a meal that is higher in fats, is higher in carbs, is fried food. Fried food, if you don't know this, doesn't give you any nutrients of your body. You're basically giving your body burnt cells of things that used to be nutritious. So in saying that, maybe you've had one too many Macca's runs, one too many, maybe you've ordered Domino's at 11 p.m. even though you've already ate, and you have like a second dinner. Maybe you eat pancakes for breakfast, pasta, hamburgers and fries for lunch, and pizza and brownies for dinner. It shouldn't come as a surprise if you don't like the way you look. If you like the way you look, this video is not for you. But if you don't like the way you look and you know that you're doing these things, I think that just some consideration should be taken into account. And I'm saying this from personal experience. Some responsibility does need to be had in those instances. If you are skipping your practices or you're stopping going to the gym, take those into consideration when you don't like the way that you look. And this is kind of a bit of a tougher like video, the way that I'm speaking, but it's the truth if you're looking to better yourself. And like I said before, I'm not a dietitian, but I do know that those green stuff, those vegetables, those colorful, wonderful, juicy vegetables and fruit that exist on our beautiful planet are so nourishing, and our body thanks us when we nourish ourselves with good, healthy food, and our body thrives on it. And another thing that I want to talk about is when you eat and you start to justify yourself, it might not even be you being hungry. It might even be like a mental kind of emotional reaction. I know personally, like when I'm more stressed, and this depends on the person, either I'll lose my appetite or I will stress eat. And the thing about emotional eating is like, eat whatever you want, however much you want, but if you're only going to eat bad foods and you know it's bad food, emotional eating, you're kind of like self-sabotaging yourself. And maybe you don't want to address like certain issues in your life, so you turn to food, which is a very common thing to do. It affects your overall health, not just physically but mentally. I think that they're both connected. Your physical health and your mental health and your physical health go together. And another thing is when you do start to emotional eat and you eat a lot, first of all, it's scientifically proven that, more specifically, when you give your body sugar and you keep on giving your body sugar, your body is going to keep on wanting sugar. It makes sense. It's a scientific fact, and it's proven, sugar is not good for you at all. It's not good for you. That sugar cane, it tastes amazing. Most people love sugar. It's not good for your body. It doesn't give you health benefits. Now, if you want to have a cookie here and there, if you want to have a little chocolate here and there, that's fine. But if you're going to keep on giving in to you wanting sugar, more and more and more sugar every day, and that increases, your body is going to keep on wanting more. You know, every time you have sugar, your body spikes with dopamine. It's almost kind of like an addiction, and there are documentaries, books about this, how sugar is addictive and should be addressed more. That's why I'm bringing it up now today in this video. So just to kind of have like some self-control in that aspect, and actually just realize and understand what is actually good for you versus what is not. Because once you have that knowledge of yourself that, okay, maybe eating macros every day or eating pizza every day is not necessarily giving your body the nutrients that it deserves and needs. And also, like, stop justifying having a shitty day and going right to the fridge or going to the ordering apps. Personally, that has been the biggest situation for me, where I'll sit on the couch and a really great idea of like food, usually very unhealthy, comes to mind, and I want to have that food. And so since ordering on Uber Eats, eFood is so easy, I'll just click a couple buttons, and in 30 minutes my food is ready and at my door. That is detrimental. It's detrimental, and I've experienced it personally myself. It's not a good idea. Also, if you feel that you have eaten too much and you feel like shit about yourself, so you decide to not eat for a bit of time, that is also detrimental to yourself, because most likely you will just want to, when you do allow yourself to eat, you're either going to go for the really unhealthy option because you've restricted yourself for a certain amount of time, or you're going to just eat and like stuff your face and feel so full that you feel sick. So if you want to look a certain way, like, it's up to you. No one's stopping you. As long as it's healthy and you're not harming yourself, if you want to look a certain way, it's up to you. The only person that is in your way is yourself. The only person that sits on their ass instead of going to the gym, instead of going to their practice, instead of keeping some sort of schedule for themselves, is you, no one else. And I do think you can have help from the people around you, maybe the people that you live with. Have a bit of a conversation with them, be like, hey, you know what? I have been whatevering too much lately, and I want to better myself. I want to feel healthier. I want to feel lighter. These are my goals for myself. This is what I want to do for myself. And just let them know so they can try and help you or be supportive for you. But ultimately, it is up to you. And like I said before, take into consideration where you're at mentally. If you're upset about something, instead of eating your feelings, I would suggest like journaling about it, coming to some sort of resolution, or deciding to take some steps towards that problem. Because what I've noticed, even personally, if I'm stressed about something, if I have an issue or a situation and I'm not taking the necessary steps to solve that situation, to help myself in that situation, I could, without even realizing it, make another problem for myself because I'm avoiding that problem, if that makes sense, by not being considerate in what I am eating. So yeah, that's my video. Make sure you subscribe and like this video and leave a comment if you want to. I'll be back next time.